Good day, ma'am. I am Mary Chris M. Susuban, BS Crim 2, Section CAP. So this is my pre-final exam. First question. What is security investigation? Security, from the word secure, meaning safe, and investigation, meaning a plan and organized termination concerning to a specific event. So security investigation is one of the functions of a security organization. So most security officers and supervisors are called upon to conduct a preliminary investigation on theft, injury, or any other kinds of untoward incident. Second question. What are the three I's of investigation? First is information. It is the knowledge that the investigator gathers from different sources. It can also be acquired from regular sources, for example, conscientious, public-spirited citizens, company files, school files, or record files on other agencies. It can also be acquired from cultivated sources, for example, paid informants, cab drivers, bartenders, acquaintances, and etc. Second eyes of investigation is the interrogation. It is the skillful questioning of the witnesses as well as the suspects. And is interview and interrogation are the same? No. Interrogation and interview are different because interview has that softer and more reasonable tone compared to interrogation that brings to the minds these ideas of yelling and pounding the fist on the table and shining a light in their eyes. Third eyes of investigation. The instrumentation. It is the application of the instruments and methods of physical sciences for the detection of crimes. So it is the application of physics, chemistry, and biology, otherwise known as criminalistics. Third question. What are the qualities of an effective investigation, and what are the characteristics of a successful investigator? So there are 5 qualities that we can call this investigation as successful. First is objectivity. So the investigator must accept any fact besides from her or his preconceived ideas and the significance of his or her preconceived ideas. The investigator should not build biases, should treat each side equally and fairly, and should not base on his or her preconceived ideas because, as all we know, preconceived ideas are just opinions before knowing the adequate evidences. Second, it is the thoroughness. A thorough investigator checks all leads and checks key leads more than once para ma-assure ang consistency sa results. So, when the statements of the interviewee is critical, so the fact should be reviewed several times at all possible. Third is relevance. Means that the information developed pertains to the subject of the investigation. So other aspects of relevance is cause and effect. Fourth, it is the accuracy. The mental processes that collect and sort data from physical senses often produce errors. So sound investigative techniques dictate frequent tests for verification. If that data is subject to physical measurement, it must be measured. If that informant is the only source of key data, the informants should at least test for consistency of the said um, data or facts. Last is the timeliness. It is the extension of thoroughness. That requires the investigation to be carried at the latest possible point which the information is relevant to the said investigation might be. What are the characteristics of a successful investigator? First, he is observant, resourceful, patient, people-oriented, possesses understanding on human behavior, understanding and legal implications of the work, possesses good communication, self-starting, healthfully skeptical, intuitive, energetic, a good actor, possesses good judgment, intelligent, logical, creative, receptive, possesses sense of well-being, dedicated, and possesses good character, and lastly is professional. Last question is, what are the steps in systematic approach to investigation? So first is to define the investigative problem. So identify the requirements. First is the reason of the investigation. Next is the particular phases or elements of the investigation assigned to the investigator. Third is discern whether the investigation is to be handled overtly or discreetly. Fifth is the priority and given time of the assigned investigation. And lastly is the origin of the information. Second step is the collection of relevant data. So the investigator should prepare a written investigative plan that includes information needed, the methods used in gathering the information or the data, and the location of the sources. So if we say methods and sources to be used by the investigator, so it can also be personal observation, the use of interrogation and interview, study of documents or records, the use of recruited informants, and lastly is license and agencies that possesses the information. Third step is the analysis and verification of the information gathered. And lastly is the drawing the conclusion is the function and responsibility of civility of the person requested the investigation. That's all, and thank you.